Leading off for the Commodores, left fielder number 14, Ellie Freeze.
Welcome to this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. The Eagles fell 8-4 in Game 1, looking for a bounce back and split here in Game 2 against Gulf Coast State. In the circle for the Eagles is Emily Oakes. And Oakes' third pitch will find the zone. It's 2-1. A reminder that you can watch this broadcast of TCC softball on tcceagles.com and on YouTube. Just search at TCC Eagles. Two and two the count, and that pitch just outside, full count, 3-2. Up to bat for Gulf Coast State is Freed, and Freed knocks this one over to third. Sidearm by Little, and it will go off the glove of Walther. And we'll see if they call that an error on Walther or on Little. But advancing over to second is going to be Ellie Freed. And it will bring up to bat Serena Madrid with no outs. And Madrid lofts this one over into left field. Childs able to come underneath it and make the play, 1 out. Batting third is Hannah Seagars,
Catcher number 11,
the catcher for
Hannah
Gulf Coast
Seegers.
State. Seagars batting .326 on the year. And that pitch upstairs, 2-0. Oakes loses it a little bit high. And the count will be 3-0 to Seagars. Four-pitch walk. Now runners on first and second.
Center fielder number 27, Summer Johnson.
And with that, that'll bring up the center fielder, Summer Johnson. Johnson batting cleanup. And Johnson will watch the first pitch go outside, 1-0. And this will be popped up into left field. Charging on is Childs. It'll just get out of reach for her over near the left field fence in foul territory. 1-1 the count. Pitch on the outside, 2-1. Oakes with a 3-6 record and a 5.29 ERA. 3-1. That is a 5.29 ERA for the people back at home. Two runners on for Gulf Coast State, one out. The Eagles do have an opening where they could walk the runner if they do please. It'll be a full count, 3-2. You don't want to walk them, but she'll step in to the plate here. Johnson with a 3-2 count, and this one is lofted over into deep left field. Excuse me. And the catch is made by Childs. 2 out.
First baseman, number 22, Caroline Woolley.
Now Caroline Woolley will step in the batter's box. Woolley sits on the first pitch. 1-0. Strike call, 1-1. Two and one. Woolley fouls this one out of play. Three and two. And that will get away, full count.
Shortstop, number 4, Emily Greek.
Up to bat for Gulf Coast State is Emily Greek. Eagles are in a little bit of trouble here with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 2-0 count. Oaks with a 3-0 count now. Three 0 and Oaks will walk in a run. So Gulf Coast State able to get the first run on the board. And the Eagles will sub out Oaks, and in comes Rowenhorst, who pitched in the top of the first in game 1 before being subbed out. So we will step aside. 1-0 your score. This is TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast at TCC softball, presented by First Florida Credit Union. First pitch is lined over into center field. Rowenhorst, the new pitcher for the Eagles. That'll bring up to bat for Gulf Coast.
Right fielder number 2, Nina Ooms.
Nina Ooms. Won the count to Ooms, and she drives this one into left field. The catch made by Childs. That will end the inning, but Gulf Coast State able to put up 2 runs. And we will go into the bottom of the first. Eagles looking to get on the board. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast, the TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Janiah Davis will lead things off for the Eagles. And Davis takes it down the middle for a strike. 0-1. In the circle for Gulf Coast State is Taylor Lee. Lee with a home run in game 1. And a called strike, 0-2. Davis with the foul tip. And this is hit off the leg of Davis, but I believe they say she was out of the box. So she will be called out.
Left fielder number 5, Mackenzie Childs.
1 out. Up to bat for the Eagles is Mackenzie Childs. Childs usually batting in the 9 hole. Will be batting second here in game 2. Ooh, and she's frozen on that pitch. That wasn't very fair. Great pitch thrown there by Taylor Lee. The 0-2. And Childs hits this off the end of the bat, foul down the third base line. 0-2 to Childs, and that off-speed pitch fooled her again. That'll be a strikeout for Lee. And just getting a report back on the play with Janiah Davis. It wasn't that she was out of the box, it was that she hit a fair ball off herself. And that's where the out came. This is grounded over to short. The throw to first by Greek is in time. That'll be 3 up, 3 down for Gulf Coast State. We'll go into the top of the second. This is TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges, eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Back with this broadcast of TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Here in the top of the second inning. Up to bat for the Commodores is, as that's lined out over to Little, 1 out.
Left fielder number 14, Ellie Freed.
On the line out was Taylor White. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Here with Ellie Freed. Freed, a slapper for the Commodores. This pitch by Roan Horse bounces in, and it looks like she never really had a grip on it. Be 1-1. Pitch swung on, and Walther will be able to run over to first and touch the base after scooping the ground ball there, and it'll bring up Serena Madrid with 2 outs. Roanhorst in for Oaks. They're at the top of the first, and Madrid reaches at it and pops it out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch bounces in, 1-1. And another ground ball over to first. Walther able to corral it, and the Eagles go 3 up, 3 down. Led into the bottom of the second. Looking to get on the board. It's 2-0 in favor of Gulf Coast State. This is the broadcast of TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com.
Third baseman, number 9, Raven Little.
Welcome back to this broadcast of TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Raven Little swings at that first pitch and will ground out. Good play there by the third baseman, Taylor White. One pitch, one out. As Walther will come up to bat with Alyssa Krautz on deck. Walther hits a hard shot over to short, throw to first in time. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
DP, number 10, Alyssa Krause.
Krauts takes this one outside for the first pitch, 1-0. Krauts with 2 hits in game 1, both singles. 1 into left center and 1 into right center. And she'll hit this one at the off the end of the bat. That'll go right to the pitcher. And in the inning, we'll go to the top of the third. Eagles do not threaten and trail 2-0. This is TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast of TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com. 2-0 your score. Up to bat for the Commodores is Hannah Seegars, the catcher. She swung at that first pitch and fouled it off down that third baseline. Will be 0-1. And this is hit over to short. Ortiz bobbles it at first, but able to fire over to first. 1 out.
Center fielder number 27, Summer Johnson.
That'll bring up Summer Johnson, the center fielder. Johnson watches that first pitch. Looked like a good one to me on the inside portion of the plate. Called a ball. So it'll be 1 ball, no strikes. This time on the other side of the plate, 2-0. And this is hit off the end of the bat. Goes underneath the glove of Toot. I think she just didn't see it into the glove, and that'll be, I believe, an error over at second. Now a runner on.
First baseman, number 20.
I'll bring up Caroline Woolley. 1-0. Woolley, the first baseman for Gulf Coast State. And Woolley fouls it back out of play. Runner goes. Hudson. Throw to second. Not in time. It was a perfect throw there by Stacy Hudson. Just looked like she took, one extra grab in the glove there to get it out. Wasn't able to throw it over to second as quickly as normal, and the runner will be able to get in. This one is hit deep over into left field, and that one is gone. Didn't even look like she got all of it, but Woolley with a 2-run homer into left, and it is 4-0.
Shortstop, number 4, Emily Greek.
And now up to bat, Emily Greek, the shortstop. Four to 0 your score. Eagles trail. And Roanhorst misses inside, 1-0. Greek watches that second pitch. 2-0. This one is lined up into center field. A single by Greek, and another runner on for the Commodores.
DP, number 6, Gracie Price.
That'll bring up the DP, Gracie Price. Price did not start in game 1, but will make an appearance here in game 2, and this is hit into center field. Back-to-back singles up the middle.
Right fielder, number 2, Nina.
And that'll bring up the right fielder, Nina Ooms. Ooms hits this one off the glove of Ortiz. He throw to third, and they'll get the force out. Good job there by Ortiz of sticking with it. There'll be 2 out. Ooms from the Netherlands actually played against Esme Toot over on the other side of the world. Really, it's a long way from Florida to the Netherlands. Want to know the count? And this one's hit down the third baseline. That gets past Little. Diving in is Child. She tries to knock it down. They're going to run. They're going to throw her. They're going to send her home. The throw over to short is held by Ortiz. And Childs tried her best to stop it from going through. Maybe ill-advised to dive at that double. And it will be 6-0 your score. The Eagles will go back and switch pitchers back to Oaks here in the top of the third. 2 outs. We'll step aside. This is TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Back with this broadcast of TCC Softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. 0-2 the count here to, looks like Ellie Freed, the leadoff batter for Gulf Coast State. And the runner's going to take off over to third, and now it's in a pickle. Little will toss it over and make the tag over at second. A great play there by Walther. And the Eagles will get out of the inning. However, they surrender 4 runs. It's 6-0. We'll go into the bottom of the third. This is TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com. Back with this broadcast of TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com. Esme Toots up to bat, and she grounds this one over to short. Will she beat out the throw? No, I think she was tagged out over at first. I'd like to give a special shout out to Esme's father, Marcel, too, and his wife watching all the way over in the Netherlands. I believe it is 1:22 in the morning over there. They say they miss Esme very much. Haven't seen her in 9 months. It's been a long time, and I'm sure they're very happy to see their daughter here on TCCEagles.com. A lot of sacrifices to be in athletics for many athletes this year and this long COVID year that we've gone through in the last 13 or so months, as this is called a strike. 2-1. Ortiz watches that pitch come in for strike 2-2. Cheche hits a soft grounder over to short. Throw over to first in time by Greek. 2 outs. And we'll see
Right fielder, number 21, Jade Castillo.
I think Castillo is, yes. We'll see Jade Castillo come up to bat. She pinch ran in game 1. Sets outside. 1-0. But this will be her first at bat here in game 2. Two and 0. Now 3-0. The Eagles are hitless here through 2 2/3. And have yet to have a runner reach first on a walk. That'll be strike down the middle for Taylor Lee, who is pitching so well today here in the circle for Gulf Coast State. It's been tough for the Eagles, but they will get their first base runner here with Castillo. 2 outs, and that'll bring up Janiyah Davis in the top of the order. This is where the danger in the lineup comes. Time called. Strike called. 0-1. And Davis will pop this one up over to second base. The play made by Madrid. And we will go into the top of the 4th. Eagles still hitless, but we're able to get a runner on with a walk. Got a long way to go here, down 6-0. Emily Oaks will step back in the circle. This is TCC Softball, live on TCCEagles.com. Back with this broadcast at TCC Softball, live on TCCEagles.com. A little bit of a shuffle here with
Now playing left field,
Mackenzie Childs in center.
15, Ali Gonzalez, and your new center fielder, number 5, Mackenzie Childs. Correction, Castillo moved to left. Gonzalez is in right.
Jay Castillo over in left field. Gonzalez over in right. And out of the game is Janiah Davis. On 1. And this is popped up into left field. Charging on it, making the play is Castillo, who is feeling a ride home there in the left field. 1 out.
Second baseman, number 7, Serena Madrid.
I'll bring up Madrid, the second baseman, and she swings at that first pitch, hit over to Toot. Easy play for her. Toss it over to first. 2 outs.
Catcher, number 11, Hannah Seegers.
I'll bring up the catcher, Hannah Seegers. Oh, 1 to Seegers. And she will swing and miss. 0-2. And a strikeout for the Eagles, their first strikeout in game 1 or game 2. They went through all of game 1 without a strikeout, and here they go through the first 3 2/3 innings without a strikeout. Now, through 4, they get their first one. We'll go into the bottom of the 4th. Eagles are going to need some runs here. This is TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
First pitch by Childs is hit over to short, and an errant throw by Greek. Taylor Lee still in pitching for the Commodores. And the Eagles get one aboard here on an error.
Catcher number 19, Stacy Hudson.
I'll bring up Stacy Hudson. Hudson has power. And she will watch this one bounce off the plate. Childs reaches second. Hudson with a single into center this game. One and 0. And she'll take that in for a strike. One and 1 the count. I do know Hudson did have a single in the bottom of the 7th. That'll be a ball. Good eye there by Stacy Hudson. 2 and 1. Yeah, Hudson does not have a single in this game, as the Eagles are getting no hits. She did have one in the 7th. That's why it felt so recent. It's because it was at the very tail end of game 1. Full count here, 3 and 2. Did I mention that Gulf Coast State has a no-hit? Or is no-hitting the Eagles? I feel like I should keep on mentioning it here to try to get rid of the curse. And Hudson swings and fouls it back. 5 hits for Gulf Coast State, 0 for the Eagles today. Full count. And Hudson hits this one over to third. Throw to first in time. It almost got through the glove of Taylor White. Just doesn't get through. And
third baseman, number 9, Raven Little.
one out here as Little grounds this one over to third. Tough throw. And they say it was scooped. Runner moves over to third and Childs. Up the bat, Walther. Now 2 outs
First
here.
baseman, number 23, Maddie Walther.
Walther takes a cut at that first pitch. And Walther hits it over to short. Greek will fire here to first, and this time it isn't in there. The catch made there by Caroline Woolley, who has a home run today. We'll go into the top of the 5th. Eagles trail 6-0. This is TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com. 6-0 your score. Eagles trail here in the top of the 5th. Gulf Coast State putting up runs in the first inning and 4 in the third, as that is a single into right center to start. We'll bring up Caroline Woolley, who was able to knock one out into left field for a home run. Check swing, and the ball on the outside. Oaks started the game before being pulled out when she got the bases loaded, as this is hit over to Ortiz. Ortiz backhands it, throws it over to first just in time after it was bobbled. The runner will move over to second, but as I was saying, Oaks started the game, was pulled out when the bases were loaded. Rowan Horse came in. Gulf Coast State was able to put up 2 runs, but Rowan Horse went through the second without allowing one, and then in the third, she allowed 4. As that bounces in, they brought in Oaks, who re-entered the game and has had a perfect frame in the 4th, looking for one here with Greek up to bat, and Greek pops this one up, and it will be out of play. Great pitch there by Oaks. Touches the top of the zone, 1-2. And this is reached on by Greek, trying to throw the bat out there, but a good job by Little over at third to catch the line drive. It was a soft one at that. Now 2 outs. And this is going to get away from Hudson. A wild pitch by Oaks. And the runner is going to move to third. Up to bat for the Commodores is Gracie Price, the DP. Price takes it inside. Now 2-0. Great pitch by Oaks. Two and one. And this one bounces just short of the plate. 3-1. Hit right back off of Oaks' glove. Barehanded by Ortiz. Throw to first in time. What a play there by Cheche Ortiz. We'll step aside. Eagles trail 6-0. Headed to the bottom of the 5th. This is TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com.
Tallahassee Community College has been named as one of the top 10 community colleges in the nation. The Aspen Institute recognizes institutions from across the country that have exceptional achievements and a total commitment to improving student outcomes. The college was recognized as one of the nation's premier community colleges eligible to compete for the prestigious $1 million Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence because of its focus on student access and success, its workforce training initiatives, a seamless and high transfer rate to four-year colleges and universities, and its many varied and productive community partnerships. This recognition from the Aspen Institute is a testament to the wonderful work of the faculty, staff, and leadership at Tallahassee Community College.
Back with this broadcast at TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Alyssa Krauts will lead things off for the Eagles. Krauts had 2 hits in game 1. Two and 0. Eagles still hitless here in the bottom of the 5th. Krauts looking to change it. Now 3 and 0. And a strike called. 3 and 1. I don't know if Krauts will try to swing at this one. See if she can work a walk here. She does decide to swing. And it's a foul tip. 3 and 2. Eagles need the leadoff batter here to get on base. Full count. The payoff pitch. And Krauts hits this one up the middle, and that will be the first hit of the game. The Eagles spoil the no-hitter there by Taylor Lee.
Baseman number 8, Esme Toot.
So it was 10 versus 10. And Krauts ends up being the victor in that situation, and will bring up
On to run at first for
Esme
Tallahassee,
Toot
number 2,
over
Allison Rodriguez.
to bat with Allison Rodriguez pinch running over at first. And Esme Toot up to bat here with 1 on, no outs. Toot takes the first pitch. Strike called on the outside. So it'll be 0-1. Eagles have yet to score a run here today in game 2. This one is swung on over to second base, trying to turn 2, and they just do. Toot unable to beat out the throw. And that'll be 2 outs with Cheche Ortiz
Shortstop number 17, Cheche
up to bat.
Ortiz.
Ortiz awaits the first pitch. And let's take a look at what Ortiz did on the defensive side in the top half of this inning. Able to barehand it and throw it over to first in time for the out, which ended the inning. Trying to get something done here on the offensive side. This one is grounded up towards the pitcher, and the throw over to first is in time. Lee maintains the shutout here, and the Eagles will go into the top of the 6th, down 6-0. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. A defensive change here as Toot comes out and Kyla Jackson comes in at second. So that'll be Toot's ninth. Here in the top of the sixth, 6-0. Oaks, 2 quick pitches, don't find the zone, 2-0. And a strike called. Three and one. Up to bat for Gulf Coast State is Nina Ooms, and she grounds out to third. Great play there by Little to snag and be one out. Taylor White.
Third baseman,
up
number
to bat.
23, Taylor White.
And White takes a crack at that first pitch and hits it out of play. She got just a little ahead of herself, but really got into that swing. Pitch inside. 1-1. And White fooled on it. 1-2. That slow off-speed pitch has really proved difficult for Gulf Coast State the last couple of bats. And she'll fire in. Pitch on the outside and will be fouled. And count will stay at 1-2. This one hit off the end of the bat. Little able to corral it off her body. Didn't even have a chance to get in her glove, and able to get the throw in time and accurately, more important. Now 2 out. We're going to get a pinch hitter here for Ellie Freed. And that pinch hitter will be, let's see who comes out of the dugout. Here with 2 outs. Looks like number 8.
Pinch hitting for Gulf Coast State, number 8, Brianna Dowdy.
So that will be Brianna Dowdy coming up to bat with 2 outs. And Dowdy swings and misses. Dowdy out of Thomasville, Georgia. It'll be 1-1, so probably as close of a game, or I should say a home game for Dowdy. It's Thomasville just up the road here from Tallahassee. Strike called. Very favorable call for the Eagles, and it'll be 1-2 with 2 outs. Dowdy clips this one over to short. Ortiz makes the play, and the Eagles will go into the bottom of the 6th with some work to do, down 6-0. This is TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Back with this broadcast of TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit Union. Eagles trail 6-0. Jade Castillo into bat. It'll be a 1-0 count to her. Now 1-1. Ooh, that's a tough pitch to swing at there. Came in so softly for Taylor Lee, and it'll be 1-2. Now 2-2. Pitch outside, full count. Castillo fouls it back and out of play. And she'll watch this one and go over to first. Castillo only batting 138 on the year, and she will get her first walk of the year. The Eagles haven't really been able to get on base with hits, but they have with walks. That'll bring up Ali Gonzalez, and Gonzalez hits this one over to second. The tag made, and a very smart play there by Madrid. Instead of flipping it to second, got in the base path, was able to make the much easier play, and it's a double play there. 2 outs. And that brings up number 13, Alyssa Wynn. Wynn with 1 hit on the year. One and 0. And Wynn takes that outside once again, 2-0. Coming in with the off speed is Taylor Lee. She's done very well today. That misses outside, 3-1. Gone 5 2/3 innings, only allowing 1 hit. He's had a couple of walks. Right now, 3-1 to win. And she will foul it back, full count. Wynn fouls it out of play. Still full count. And Wynn hits this one over to second, just into the glove of Madrid, and we will go to the top of the seventh. Eagles trail 6-0. This is TCC Softball live on tcceagles.com. Pinch hitter in for Gulf Coast State, Lindsey Mayo.
Pinch hitting for Gulf Coast State, number 24, Lindsey Mayo.
Still in the circle here is Emily Oakes. And Oakes misses on her first pitch of the top of the seventh. It's 1-0 the count. Now 2 balls, no strikes. Mayo hits this down the first baseline, but foul. 2-1. Pitch up high, 3-1. This is hit over into right center field. It's going to go to the fence through. Call the runner over to second. The throw not in time. And it'll be a lead-off double. Yeah, it'll be a lead-off double there into right center field. And that'll bring up to bat another pinch hitter. Or this will, yes, actually this is the catcher, Marley Hurinui.
Catcher, number 5, Marley Hurinui.
And Hurinui came in as a catcher replacement earlier in the game. She'll fly out. She is all the way from Melbourne, Australia. And that'll bring up Summer Johnson.
Center fielder, number 27, Summer Johnson.
1-0 the count. 2-0. And this is hit high and deep into left field, and Castillo will just look at this one over the scoreboard. Bomb. And it'll be 8-0.
Number 00, Savannah Bradford.
Savannah Bradford will pinch hit for Gulf Coast State. She was the pitcher in game 1, got the win. That was a home run by Summer Johnson. They're going to keep Oaks in here. And she fires his first pitch in for a ball, 1-0. And that pitch is low and in, 2-0. Great pitch by Oaks. Get the first strike of the at-bat here, 2-1. It's been that off-speed one that's hung right over the zone. She goes right back to it. That is fold the Commodores here. Be 2-2. And she'll go down swinging. Hudson's going to have to throw over to first. And she did not get it in time. I don't think Hudson knew that Bradford was taken off. So the Eagles get a strikeout.
First stop, number 4, Emily Greek.
However, the runner will reach on, I believe, the pass ball there, and that'll bring up Emily Greek. Oh, 1. This is low and away, 1-1. That is up and away, 2-1. Pitch low and in, 3-1. Greek hits this one through into left, just gets underneath the glove of Little. 2 on, 1 out.
DP number 6, Gracie Price.
Price hits this one over into left field on the first pitch, and wow, bases are loaded just like that. The Eagles got the strikeout. Would be 2 outs and no runners on, and all of a sudden,
Right fielder
after
number 2,
Bradford was
Nina
able
Cruz.
to reach first on the strikeout. It's the bases loaded with 1 out. And that might be all for Oaks' night. And they'll bring in Emma Fowler, who came in relief in game 1. So we'll step aside. It's 8-0. This is TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com. Back with this broadcast at TCC Softball live on TCCEagles.com. Fly ball over into second. That'll be an out. 2 outs.
Third baseman number 23, Taylor White.
And this one is fouled back. 0-1. Oh, almost froze her there. White with a check swing. Did they say she wins? Believe it is 1-1. 2-1. Bases loaded here for Taylor White, who had a home run in game 1, and she'll hit this one over to short, the flip to second, and that will end the inning. Eagles trail 8-0. We'll go into the bottom of the 7th. TCC is going to need a lot of runs here.
And staying in and playing second base, number 24, Lindsay Mayo.
Back with this broadcast at TCC softball presented by First Florida Credit
The
Union.
batter for Tallahassee, catcher number 19, Stacy Hudson.
Stacy Hudson up to bat. 0-1 the count. And this is dribbled over to second, throw to first in time, 1 out.
Third baseman number 9, Raven Little.
Oh, and 1. One and 1 to Little. Little has attacked the first pitch the last couple at bats, which led to ground outs. This time being a little bit more patient. And a new pitcher in for Gulf Coast State, as that's a swing and a miss by Little. That is Grace Ann Spears. And Little will ground this one over to short, throw to first, and that'll be 2 outs.
First baseman number 23, Maddie Walther.
One and 0 to Walters. Sorry. Excuse me on that. Down 2-0. Walther will hit this one over to short. The throw by Greek in time, and that will be the game. Eagles fall 8-4 in game 1. 8-0 here in game 2. So they drop the doubleheader here. We will see you next Thursday here in a doubleheader against Chipola at 4 p.m. So that's all we got here from the softball complex here in Tallahassee. Eagles battled in game 1, just fell a little bit short and then didn't have enough here in game 2. For this broadcast of TCC Softball, I'm Luke Fay, and have a good night.